Hey foodies, thanks for watching. Today I'm going to show you how to make a herb and cheese bagel. Now, I've been using Frankie's all-purpose flour for a lot of my recipes because it's so good. And I've been working on developing a bread with the all-purpose flour, but Frankie's came out with a bread mix, and this is fantastic for making bagels because it's only the bread mix, oil, and water. So let's get right to it. So we're going to add 600 grams of Frankie's bread mix into our mixer, and you really do want a mixer for this. We're putting a 1/4 cup of salad oil, a light oil, and then 2 cups of tepid water. And the tepid water is what's going to help activate the yeast. And then we're just going to mix this really well. Okay, so it's all mixed, and you might have been thinking, wait a minute, there's no herbs, there's no cheese in that. Well, that's because we have to add it, and we can add whatever herbs and whatever cheese we want. Today, I'm adding a 1/4 cup of Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese. Oh, I want to get all of it because this stuff's good. And I tend to go a bit heavy on basil because basil is so good. And then oregano, because a little lighter on the oregano because it's a little stronger, and thyme because it's a little strong as well. So it's about, I'm going to say, a whole teaspoon of basil and a 1/2 teaspoon of the other herbs. And then I just wanted to add a little bit of flavor, so I'm adding, sorry, not flavor, a little bit of color. So I'm adding a little bit of smoked paprika. And I'm going to mix this up. Okay, so the bagel dough is mixed. And what's nice about gluten-free is you don't have to let it proof and then reproof and then reproof. It doesn't have to prove itself to you. It's already proven. It's good, it's great, it's fantastic. And what's nice is when it comes to bagels, you just have to put them in some boiling water with some ingredients. And those ingredients are baking soda, and I'm going to put that in the water. Oh, look at the bubbles. And I'm going to add a little bit of honey. So the baking soda makes the bagels a little bit brown, and the honey gives them a nice crisp outside crunch, and the inside is nice and soft and moist, so it's like a real Montreal bagel. It's so good. So I'm going to scrape off my paddle. This looks good. Oh my goodness, it smells good too. Okay, and I'm going to scrape off my edges. So I always have leftover pieces of parchment, so I've cut little squares of parchment. And it's important to use parchment paper and not wax paper. Wax paper is going to break real easily, whereas this has a silicone coating on it, so it's going to last a little bit longer. And we are going to get 7 bagels out of this. If you want to double the recipe, you can double it. If you want to triple it, quadruple it, whatever, that's great. And I love using a portion scoop because it's going to give me the same size, and it makes it really easy for getting it out of the scoop, so I get a nice shape. So I'm going to just scoop and drop it down. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, that doesn't look like a bagel. This guy's tricking us, and it might not look like a bagel right now, but when you wet your hands and you press it down, and you take a wetted finger, ta-da! It's a bagel. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the rest of these, and then we're going to go to the next step. So I've pressed this bagel down to, I'm going to say about 1/2 inch or 1.5 centimeters, just for thickness, just to give you an idea of just how thick they need to be. Okay, so we've got our water boiling here, and I'm going to take the bagel, and I'm just going to lightly dip it and lift the parchment paper out, and you're going to see that it sinks to the bottom, and that's exactly what you want. You want the bagel to sink to the bottom, and once it floats up to the top, you can flip it. Turn it up, make it go a little faster. And it's like magic. Oh, there's one. So I'm going to flip that one over. Oh, there's another one. I'm going to flip that over. Come on, you can do it. There it goes. And the last one. So I just give them another 30 seconds on this side, and then I pull them out, and I do the process all over again. Second last bagel. Oh, these look so good. And the last bagel. So you can see the bagels are all done, boiled. I'm going to pop them in the oven now for 20 to 25 minutes at 350 to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I find my oven likes things a little bit hotter, so you're probably going to want to go on the little hotter of the side, but if your oven is really hot, then you want to bring it down a little bit. So 20 to 25 minutes, here we go. Look at these bagels, they look great. They came out it was about 22 minutes for me, and oh, they smell so good. They're soft and chewy looking. They're a little bit crispy on the outside. I want to cut into one. I can't wait. Okay, so let's take that, and let's... Moment of truth. Oh my God! I love bagels. They're so good. Okay, so let's put some cream cheese on this, because a cream cheese bagel is so tasty. And we're gonna give it a try. Let's see how we did, because every bagel and everything you make in your kitchen is gonna be a little bit different every time, so you have to try these things. I mean, whether it's the first time or the 101st time, it's got to be good. So, That was the perfect amount of spices or herbs that I put into it. It's really, really tasty. I look forward to reading all of your comments. What's your favorite bagel flavor? And let me know if you try this. It's super easy to make. Thanks for watching.